Hi, this is Gerald Salenti. It's Thursday, October 1st, 2020, and here are some of today's trends in the news. On the market front, it's like this and that, and over here in the States, stocks paired earlier gains and finished Thursday's session slightly higher as hopes for further fiscal stimulus waned. How about in hopes that more cheap money is dumped into the system? How about using real language instead of this
bullshit?
Yeah. Digital money backed by nothing and printed on nothing. The 30 stock benchmark and S&P 500 briefly turned negative after House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer, House Majority Leader, this little clown been sucking off the public tit all his life. Majority Leader. A Majority Leader, the majority that he leads of scum low-life people, whether they're the Democrats or the Repulsivekins. Majority Leader. Yeah. Steny Hoyer. Steny Hoyer. Yeah, the guy that takes all that money from the big guys and does what he's told. Oh no, Salenti, those are campaign contributions. Yeah, I know. Yeah, take it easy. Sent out a notice that the House was expected to vote on the Democrats. Traitors were hoping lawmakers would keep delaying that vote, and a sign that progress was being made. Traitors were hoping lawmakers. Who in their right mind would call them lawmakers? Lying, low-life scum who destroy our lives and make up this crap to do what they want to do so they could benefit from it. And traitors, you got it, but they spelt it wrong. Yeah, yeah, that traitor. No, gamblers, traitors. It's all
bullshit.
From CNBC. The market was supported by hopes that despite the public jockeying back and forth, lawmakers would eventually work out a bill. Mixed economic data also kept sentiment in check. These markets should be in a toilet like all these toilet bowl people that they call lawmakers and the traders. And you know it's artificially propped up. We've been writing about it. Gregory Mannarino's articles in the Trends Journal. When is it going to crash? Check it out. Getting very close to it. Mixed economic data also kept sentiment. U.S. manufacturing activity in September, as purchasing managers index fell to a reading of 55.4, The major averages are coming off their first down month since March. That's September. I believe we're going to go into a bear market before Election Day. Down over 20%. Gold jumped 1% on Thursday to firm above the 1900 level on renewed hopes of U.S. stimulus. How can they say this stuff with a straight face? The gold's going up because they're going to be printing more cheap dollars that aren't worth anything, and they're doing it around the world. And oil prices fell nearly 4% on Thursday as rising concerns of coronavirus cases around the world are dampening the demand outlook. And a rise in OPEC output last month also pressured prices. They're going on with this rising coronavirus cases. So let's, again, go to your Trends Journal. The data's there. We got this right from the beginning. Everything that's happening now, we said would happen. Everything. And we said this was all
absolute bullshit.
And it is by the numbers. So, according to the Centers for Disease Control, you're worried about those cases, right, that they keep reporting? People from 1 to 49 years old, do you know what the recovery rate is? Only 99.8%. If you're 50 to 65, it's 99.5%. And as we reported in the Trends Journal, all those slimy politicians that have destroyed the global economy, like those jerks off there in Australia, look at 880 people dead. March, April, May, June, July, August, September. 880 people dead. And as we wrote in the Trends Journal, Australia's Royal Commission into Aged Care Quality and Safety reported that 68% of all COVID-19 deaths were people in residential aged care homes. And you close down the economy, and I watch all the little cowards walking around with their masks on and giving you a dirty look with their eyes because you can't see their faces when you don't have one. And moving on, ECB considers allowing inflation to exceed target. Yeah, no kidding. They're going to keep dumping in more cheap money. French target deficit cut and continue economic reform. And the finance minister emerged from 8 days of self-isolation, blah, 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 and they're going to pump in more money. This is important. Beijing tries to tighten control on business. As we've been reporting, small operations, they still have family businesses there and small businesses. In the urban areas where the business is the biggest, 80% of the employees are from small businesses. So what the Chinese government is doing, they're taking control of everything. They're in control. They're in control of the world. Who in their right mind would have believed that we'd be wearing face masks like the Chinese did because of their filthy air? But they're doing everything they can to boost small businesses. Of course, you know, there's negativity about it too, the government taking control. But they know that, by the way, their trade surplus with the United States, just came out, hit its highest number since 2018. I guess all those trade wars the United States is winning, huh? It's very important because I keep saying the 20th century was the American century, the 21st century is the Chinese century, unless we do something to reverse it. And if you want to know how bad it is, all you had to do was watch the debate in the presidential reality show on Tuesday. What a disgrace. What a disgrace. The fish rots from the head down, and boy, you had two rotten fish heads there. What a disgrace. And Trends Journal goes out, as you know, subscribers, Tuesday evening. So we sent it out an hour before the debate. And we said tonight's debate would be very important. And after we put debate, and we put in parentheses, or freak show. And that's what it is. A freak show. U.S. manufacturing shows improvement, but hiring lags. Again, the numbers are all here. Despite it going up, August remains 7.3 below its February level. On and on, the data, you'll have more of it in the Trends Journal. And then what else do we have here? The collapse of aviation caused by the coronavirus pandemic. This is from CNN. No, not caused by the coronavirus pandemic. Caused by low-life, slimy pieces of crap. Murderous psychopaths, pathological liars, sociopaths called politicians. Politics suck the life out of just about every industry. Caused by the pandemic could wipe out 46 million jobs worldwide. In the aviation industry, air travel related tourism lose about 15 million more, or 26 million more, with about 15 million more at risk of companies that sell goods and services. Great. It'll come back. It'll come back. Remember, everybody.
That is bullshit.
Yep. That is bullshit. Everybody doing it. It'll come back. It'll come back. As I said, just like they start the other wars, they started the COVID war with no exit strategy. Your Trends Journal in March, in February, when this is all coming down, we have forecast virtually everything that is happening now and what's going to happen next. Royal Dutch Shell. They're only losing 9,000 jobs. Yeah. This is a good one. PepsiCo quarterly revenue grows 5.3%, fueled by higher snack sales. Both its Frito-Lay and Quaker Foods business reported organic revenue. Organic revenue, boy, that's an oxymoron using with PepsiCo. Of 6%. Frito-Lay saw higher sales in its Tostitos, Cheetos, and Doritos, with Quaker Foods pasta and macaroni and cheese dishes reported double-digit growth. Macaroni and cheese? How about crap and shit? Macaroni and cheese. Oh, and you want to eat more than Doritos? No, I like the Cheetos. No. Give me those Tostitos. And who's dying from the virus? Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah. Keep eating that crap. Keep eating that crap. Obesity, type 2 diabetes, people suffering from heart disease. Again, the numbers are all there, but we'll ignore them. 94% of all the people that died had 2.5 pre-existing comorbidity. Yep, that's only a fact. We don't need that. Chief Financial Officer Hugh Johnson said, CNBC's Squawk Box, that the company is struggling to keep up with demand for new Cheetos and macaroni and cheese. How can anybody eat that crap? Hey, see you at McDonald's in a little while and wash it down with one of them Starbucks. Retail store closures hit record. Manhattan empty offices signal slow return from virus. Not slow return from virus. Slow return because scumbag crap like de Blasio, and don't use that Italian name, Wilhelm. Achtung, Wilhelm! F you with the de Blasio. Hey, we got the other one, Cuomo. Yeah, that's why it's down like that. You know what, here? Ready? Overall, about 10% of Manhattan office workers were back as of September 18th. 10%. All those businesses are doing great. They're doing great. Midtown is dead town. New York City hammered by 40% bankruptcy surge. That's only that. That's the Partnership for New York City, nonprofit, and warned the virus could permanently close a third of the 230,000 businesses in all 5 boroughs. Who cares? Who cares? Don't forget, put on that mask, socially distance. Oh, don't kiss me. No kiss me. No socially distance. All you little kids can't hug each other. You see these things, little kids with kindergarten with masks on, some shithead checking their temperature. San Francisco rents plunge, showing strain from pandemic. No. Look at the little crapsters running the show. Pandemic. Fell 20%. Pandemic condemns 38 million to poverty in East Asia, World Bank warns. Not pandemic condemns. Low-life scum politicians and prostitutes like you that use the language pandemic condemns rather than calling a spade a spade. Oh, no, it's not racist. There's a thing calling a spade a spade. Spade a spade. You got it? Yeah, take it easy. Take it easy. Here. Shows you how they sell fear. Super healthy college student dies of rare COVID-19 complications. One kid, may rest in peace, and the family, I'm very sorry for them, a 19-year-old boy at Appalachian State. Why are you telling me one person died of this? And then you have to read through the article. This is all news all over. It was on CBS, New York Times, the toilet paper record. And then you read down to the end. A family friend, in high school said doctors told the family they suspected he had previously undetected case of Guillain-Barré syndrome, a rare neurological disorder in which the body's immune system attacks the nerves. Many viruses can trigger the syndrome. All right, he had an underlying thing. And they make this fear that they send through young people. Don't go out and party. Oh, and he wore a mask all the time. New survey. Yes, Americans will give up liberties to fight the coronavirus. Isn't that something, huh? 69.4% to 78.3% of our respondents support the government's right to implement these 6 proposed policies. Among them, requiring people to wear masks in public, close non-essential businesses, require people to cooperate with contract tracers so they could monitor every part of your life, require people to stay home, and most people are buying it. All aboard! Next train to Auschwitz. Don't ask any questions. Do as you're told. Get on board. And don't forget to put your mask on. Don't want to get anybody sick when you all cram in there. COVID curbs hit students. A self-isolating student, blah, 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 blah. This is in Manchester, England. They're returning to universities across the UK. We're told to quarantine. UK universities impose virus restrictions. All right? Can you imagine being a young person growing up in this? I'm glad I'm an old cat, man. I would hate to be a young person living in this life. I don't even like it now. And that's why I fight for freedom. I fight for freedom. I put my money where my heart is. I put all my energy into making this Trends Journal the best I can. I held Unite for Peace and Restore Freedom rally, and I'm going to do more of them. And I need your help to unite, to restore freedom, because they're robbing it away from us, and our lives are only going to get worse. You can see where this is going. New limits in Quebec amid a second wave. Here's propaganda from the toilet paper record. Sweden virus plan was called lax, but can it be called a success? Read the Trends Journal. Who wrote this? Thomas Erdbrink. Yeah. Deadbrink. Facts are all there. Success. They're not wearing masks in Norway. Neither are they in Sweden. Not wearing them in the Netherlands. Don't wear a mask in Denmark, but we wear masks everywhere. We're moving on. Defective ballots in New York prompt confusion and anger. Nearly 100,000 New York City voters received defective absentee ballots. This is going to be a huge issue in the presidential reality show. We're not going to know who the president is for a long time. And what does it mean? New Jersey Homeland Security Assessment warns violent unrest could follow 2020 elections. A new threat assessment by the New Jersey Office of Homeland Security and Preparedness warns that extremists from both sides of the political spectrum could engage in violence and civil unrest well into the 2021 as a result of the upcoming presidential elections. How long did we say this was going to happen? Duh. Oh no, but Homeland Security said it now. And to double up on it, Americans increasingly believe violence is justified if the other side wins. And this came from Politico. Politico. So you can't call it a conspiracy theory poll. And the numbers are, again, we've been saying this for how long? Among Americans who identify as Democrats or Repulsivekins, 1 in 3 now believe that violence can be justified to advance their party's political goals. And on and on. On and on. And then, for undecided, one thing is clear. The debate didn't help. Useless, ridiculous, horrible. Undecided voters approached the first presidential debate between President Trump and Joseph R. Biden, with some hope of hearing policies and plans could help them make a decision they have been mulling for months. Instead, they listened with a mix of disgust and dismay, appalled by the name-calling and the lack of decorum of a debate that seemed to shatter any remaining belief that political norms might prevail in a moment that is anything but normal. That's the beginning of a story in the toilet paper of record, and the quotes by the people on how they feel. It was really kind of useless to the American people. I'm just sort of disgusted, this woman, Miss Christensen, said. And it's one after another like that. So, is this going to hurt Trump? Yes, yes, yes. Will it help Biden? Not really, because he showed what a jerk he is too. Because Biden has to get out the young vote, and they're not going to run out to go after him. So, there's more to the presidential reality show. It ain't over till it's over. This is Gerald Salenti, and that's some of today's trends in the news. The COVID-19 war has changed the world, but who's prepared? What's next? It's in your Trends Journal. Trends Journal subscribers are prepared. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happens. From the world leader in trend forecasting.